Happy Hump Day and welcome into the PHNX Sun Devil Show, brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook app, America's top-rated sportsbook app. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe, even leave a 5-star review wherever you get your podcast. I'm Anthony Totri, joined as always on a hump day by Shane Dieffenbach, Shawn DePaz, and we got a new guy.
Yeah, he motherfucking is.
We got Grant House. You're at House the Mouse on Twitter, right?
At House the Mouse, at Mitochondria House, on pretty much everything else.
6th year ASU swimmer joining us as a guest host today. Grant, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, guys. I enjoy any podcast, but enjoy listening to this one, especially with the close to home Phoenix sports.
Yes, well, we've got some videos that we're gonna get to in a little bit.
Oh boy.
And it wouldn't be right to have a guest host on the show without just, diving into their past just a little bit, or what they do on social media,
or the last couple of days, or a couple hours, what have you.
But before we do that, I'm just curious, and we'll just kind of go around a little bit, but ASU swim, like, I saw you posted a video, Leon Marchand, the other day. Obviously, this guy is one of the best swimmers in the entire world. What does he bring to this team?
Yeah, I mean, I appreciate the prefacing you had with that, like, best swimmer in the world. Like, we kind of skipped the NCAA there. Like, he is obviously one of the most dominant in the NCAA, but as we saw this summer, world champion 2 times over, world runner-up in the 3rd event that he swam. So, and it's a phenomenal standout swimmer for the country of France. So he brings a level of excellence that this program's never seen before, that I've never even seen before, that I get to compete against every single day. And it's just a testament to how much potential and how much also work ethic he puts in. I mean, I get to see it every day. We do train different styles on the day-to-day basis, but we have a great friendship that I didn't, coming in, I didn't know what we would have. I'd never met the guy other than a couple messages here and there. Been hitting the Duolingo grind on French.
I was gonna ask how the French was coming.
Yeah, it's coming along. I had a pretty big break over the summer. So because he was gone, he was traveling, competing. So just kind of went by the wayside, unfortunately. But I just told him last night that I'm back on it. I've been back on it for 3 days now, and then that he said after like 2 weeks, he said I had to start talking to him only in French. So immersion training starts pretty soon.
Oh my gosh!
Do you have the app?
I do.
Is it as threatening as it seems? Like, does it be like, is it like, you haven't done French in an hour? Where are you?
Yeah, it just kind of abandoned me like after like 3 weeks. I think it just gave up on me. Yeah, I like undownloaded everything. It gave me this passive aggressive like 0 out of 7 ranked scores.
Damn.
And then I like tweeted that one day when Leon was at World Championships, and I was like, kind of made a funny tweet out of it, just like showing his race wins. I was like, I went for the visual learning this week, not just the lingual basis.
Yeah, we know how incredible he is in the water, but what is he like, person to person, when you're just hanging out? What's his personality like?
Yeah, he's a goofball. Like, I mean, he's really just like when he came in, I think he was 18, like 19 year old kid. Like he's just simple, pretty super laid back. That's the part that I've honestly been the most surprised about. Like, I kind of expected this guy to be just an assassin, and like up until he stands behind the block, like he's just you would never guess. Like, he's super humble, very polite, just very funny, and it's really refreshing to see that. It's not like we always have this like Mamba mentality, expectation, or stereotype out of every athlete. And he just has a much more relaxed state of mind and state of being to him that's really refreshing for a guy like me to come into and be friends with now, because I'm typically a little bit more high strung and kind of like more type A. So it's nice to have that difference and to see that outside of the sport. He's just very relaxed and needs his rest when he gets his rest, and just focuses when it's game time. Definitely.
I mean, talking about you specifically, Totri, like you said, you've been here for a minute. Have you
a lot of minutes?
Have you taken on kind of like a leadership role in the program? Is that like, are you kind of like a natural leader? Is it something you had to build up, I guess? Like, how has that been for you, being one of the older guys in the
it's definitely been an interesting role this year when, like some of the freshmen are telling me that they were 12 when I was a freshman.
Oh my god.
Someone I didn't I guess make the connection, but someone was like, yeah, I was 11 when you committed, and I was like, wow, that's pretty wild to hear. But yeah, I am like kind of a local grandpa on the team, if you may. But no, it's an endearing role. It's definitely a special role this year. Last year I was obviously been upper class labeling for the last couple of years, but it definitely takes a new role because we have two other captains, Julian Hill, Andrew Gray, and then also Cody Bybee and myself. We kind of have like almost an advisory captain role. So we have 4 captains this year, and it's a really neat spot because obviously we have an expertise and experience level that really no one else has, and few programs in the country have or have ever had. And so there's the freshman class this year. I cannot say enough good things, like top to bottom. It's been they've made it the easiest it's ever been for me to be a leader. I've been told that naturally comes to me. It's just me being me. I've never I read books. I ask mentors about it, but I'm very extroverted. I like just type A stuff. I'm very disciplined, and that's thanks to my parents, my upbringing. But yeah, it's the freshmen. They come in like they're just like a sponge, as I'll make the analogy. They want to learn. They want to absorb everything around them. They want to be the best that they can be, and they want to do everything that they can to really capitalize on this year that we have with Leon, myself, Cody, and so many upperclassmen through the redshirt year that we had, and so many phenomenal freshmen, and also some I think some hidden weapons we'll have coming in at semester 2 that have committed here that we'll be fortunate enough to have, and they've come in, so I've gotten to meet them, and they're studs too. So
last question on this before we put some of our phenomenal social videos up there. So you are the oldest on the team,
definitely,
right?
Probably the oldest athlete in swimming in the country. Yeah, that's
so. Are we? At what point are we just gonna see you as a coach now? Like when you're done, are we seeing the transition straight to the deck with Bob, or what are we doing?
I mean, I plan to swim professionally. I mean, we kind of got America's team down here in Tempe now with our pro group. I mean, Olivia Smiliga, Ryan Held, Chase Kalish, Jay Litherland, Reagan Smith, Simone Manuel. We got some other pros not for Team USA, Xander Skinner. So, I mean, we're just building out it was like the other day they had a meeting, and I was like, just seeing them one by one come in, I was like, yo, this is like the Avengers of swimming right here. And it's definitely a goal of mine. It's something I've always aspired to. It's definitely been a little prolonged at this point, being a 6th year, but fitting into those roles, getting to train with Ryan and our sprint group with Herbie as well. So that's definitely where I look to go towards, and definitely giving back to the program as much as I can. It's an interesting question you've phrased that way, because I have been caught in this last year after my last internship at Exos down in Cave Creek in Phoenix, where I really saw how much I did enjoy getting to coach younger athletes and other athletes and see their success. And I'm always a peer of these other athletes and my teammates and friends. But it's a neat aspect to be able to do that. And so, I mean, Monday we had class off, so I actually got to coach some of the guys in the groups just with technical aspects just from the deck, which I normally do. Peer education, peer teaching is one of the best ways and fastest ways and most retaining ways for athletes to learn. I mean, that's just proven science. But you can see it when you're doing it yourself. So it's really neat to be able to get the respect from the other my teammates, my friends, the whole team, top to bottom, freshmen to 5th years, seniors, and to have that, just reciprocated from me to them to me. So I definitely want to stay around and be as involved as I can when that time comes. I don't know, but I definitely plan to, continue swimming in some capacity as long as I'm improving, which I'm improving more than I ever have before. I'd like to at least go until we host the Olympics in our own country, 2028. So
I got big camp counselor, cool camp counselor vibes.
All right, I'll take that.
Swim camp, Gave me an extra
Camp counselor vibes.
an extra pack of nuts, an extra thing of carrots. Like he gave me some clementines. Like just
Camp counselor.
A
cool
cool
camp
camp
counselor.
counselor
Yeah,
is
that's
giving
all.
you healthy snacks.
Yeah,
I feel like the
facts. That wouldn't be that cool.
sneaking you like
That
extra
would not be
cosmic
cool,
brownies.
like,
I'm
Oh,
glad that's the
no.
persona that I come
Yeah.
off though. You just instantly think
Happy
of that.
camp counselor.
Yeah.
Well, look, if coaching doesn't work out in the future, I think you'd make a phenomenal TikTok star.
Oh,
Okay,
thank you.
Because we've got some of these
boy.
TikToks.
He's on his way.
pulled
Why
up.
not both?
I mean,
I
do
got
both.
I had like a 1.3. Like this is like high for me because I don't really understand TikTok. Like you hop on the trend and go with it, but I have like a 1.3 million.
You're not that old, Grant.
And I know I'm not, but I just like it doesn't make. I wasn't
not that old.
I wasn't on it for like 2 years, and I was like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And then I saw, and like with NIL coming out, I was like,
Yeah.
all right,
was a
here we
business
go.
decision.
This is a
Yeah.
business
Practice it in the
decision.
mirror,
Does
just-
Bob have a TikTok?
I doubt that. I don't know. His Twitter's been fire though lately.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen it, but it's been pretty
You
good.
teach him how to use emojis?
I'm sorry.
Will? You teach him how to use emojis, Will?
He uses it pretty well. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie. We have like groups at ASU that are fruits. So like the sprint group is, I don't know how this started really, but I think it's kind of cool. We have like sprint groups mangoes, his group's oranges. So like the coaches will like tweet out like emojis of fruits, and people are like, "What the heck
What
is
is
this?"
happening?
But we get it. We know what it means. But it's just like this is so random.
Oh my gosh. Well, we do have some of your TikToks
Oh,
that we do
gosh.
want to show some people. Let's just go whichever one Jacob wants to show first. He can roll with, and we'll just go from
I
there.
really thrive on the Instagram reels. So the TikToks, just buckle up.
Come on, you old we're going on an adventure.
How about get fucked, mate?
How about you're a wanker?
I mean, it's just true. Like swimmer's shoulders. Like, come on. I guarantee it might have not gotten the views that I expected. I was hoping for from the swim community. So like, you guys got to help me out. But it's so true. Like the shoulders. Like everyone relates to that as a swimmer, and whether you're sprint group, middle distance, or distance, you got to have some empathy for that one.
Is the swim group like swim community popping on TikTok? Like,
It seems to be, I guess so. Like, I don't know. I just like always tag swim, like hashtag swim swimming, just because like that's the community I'm in. I don't know. Anytime I try to get out of the scope, like athletes or like college or NCAA, it's just like, the TikToks they just sink.
Have you ever come across like a really niche TikTok that was like made specifically for you?
I can't name it, but yeah, there's some of them that I feel like I'm like, dang, they like really went after me on this one.
Just like old college athletes.
Yeah.
He's like, damn.
Specifically 24-year-olds. What are you doing still?
My gosh. Let's see what we got next.
Go ahead. Let's light this candle, huh? I mean, sure, I'll lose everything, but then I'll have nothing to lose.
I mean, I think like here, everyone can, I think most swimmers can relate when they're getting a hard set, like coming down the pipeline, like it's just a matter of fact, like, well, I'm either going to do well at the end or I'm just going to get smoked here. So might as well buckle up. And I mean, literally slapping on the goggles. The only thing I was missing there was hopping in the water. So again, didn't get the love that I was expecting, but that just goes on to the fact, like, I don't understand like what works and what doesn't. Like my highest viewed one, I was like, this is so stupid, whatever. And I like just put it on and I gave it to the guy that I filmed in the weight room of, and he like picked a music that he was like, this is cool. And boom, like it was like 2 million or 1 million views. I was like, why? Why is this? Like our athletic trainer was getting sent it. Like, is this one of your athletes? And I was like, how did this go? I just woke up in the morning. I was like, all right. And then I gained like 3 followers from it. So I was like, nice. This makes perfect
It's so
sense.
random.
Yeah.
It's absolutely random. I did want to send that one to Bowman. I thought that would have been hilarious if you would have. There's a couple actually that I think you have that I'm like, this would be hilarious if some of the coaches could react to this.
I think Herbie, Sir Herb has a TikTok.
Does he
I know
actually?
that. He's made like 2, I think. But I know he has one. I think Derek Schmidt has one too. I'm not sure. Normally his handles are Schmidtzilla. But yeah, I know for sure Herbie does. He's made like 2.
You got to put something on the line for the coaches that either don't have a TikTok or have one. Like if I do blank, or if we can do blank, instead of like not having to, do sprints or whatever, they have to make a TikTok.
Yeah,
advancing TikTok.
I think the compromise would be have to be pretty high on that one. I don't know. It just doesn't the risk plus reward on that. I don't even know if I can convince myself to get that. But we're definitely. I mean, Coach Bowman said it himself. We're trying to step up content, so I'm just contributing to the cause that my head coach is vibing for.
He's just framing it like he's like, look, I'm supporting the team.
Yeah, I mean it was actually on our social media. You can go to the Sun Devil ASU Swim and Dive plug Twitter
plug.
and so it's on there. Like that was our opening meeting. I wasn't there because I was in Australia, but he said, you know, we're going to be making an effort for that this year. Got to let the nation know what we're doing. Besides just times that are filling up the scoreboard and the ranking boards.
Well, we got one more, and I don't even remember.
Coaches.
I don't even remember what this last one is.
I remember what it is.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh.
Yeah, man, you know, just another night, just another day.
I mean, it got views. It got views for sure. I think this was post Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
Shout out Carter Swift, who came from Eastern Michigan when they cut their swim program and then named their student section the Deep End. Just lawless. But you know, it was just a transition. It was just a transition. Exchanging my ticket for the Herm train into the how do you pronounce it? Iguano. Yeah. So the Iguano Airport there, but
The Iguano Airport. Holy shit.
but yeah, I mean, it was just a transition. So I thought, I mean, it's just kind of every athlete seeing it there, but yeah, got the views. I was just like, oh, I'll just lob this out here. It fits with the sound. I had like another one that was like successful for the Cincinnati Reds or Bengals or something. Everyone just loves football. It just goes crazy for football.
Big sports world.
Big sports world.
Oh my gosh. No, that one I saw, and that was my absolute favorite.
All right. There's not too many bangers, unfortunately, with TikTok. Reels, I got a pretty good feel on that one. I'm hopefully starting to feel out the TikTok soon, but yeah, strictly business decision for the for the NIL right now while I have it.
Well, look, he brings up football. ASU football is off this week, but that doesn't mean you guys shouldn't go out to Four Peaks, enjoy the chicken tendies, enjoy the pumpkin porter cheesecake. And then we've said it already, guys, but if you've got your tickets for Friday's Four Peaks event, the ASU hockey takeover at Mullet Arena, that is going to be an absolute blast.
I got my ticket already.
Oh, we'll be there.
Yeah, I got a student ticket. Soft openings tonight. We got some skills competitions. I think the club competitions rolling there.
ASU one.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Mullet Arena looks like a ton of fun, guys. Look, go out to Four Peaks, even if you're not going to that hockey event. They've got the best food, the best drinks. Just remember, if you are going to go and drink, you do got to be 21 or older and enjoy responsibly. Now that we've talked swim, we're going to talk about more than swim. You bring up the Iguano Airport, which, oh my gosh, is my new favorite thing. We definitely need a graphic or something with that.
There's definitely got to be more in there. That was definitely just off the cuff.
It worked.
It's a good start.
It absolutely worked. Joe, to answer your question in the chat saying you need a ticket to get the Four Peaks event. You do need a ticket to go to the specific section that we will be in at Four Peaks and then on to the game. But yeah, just go. Just go.
Yeah, you can still. We can still. We'll come say hi. We'll hang out.
I'll sneak you a taco, bro, from the taco bar. I got you, Joe. I got you, Joe.
That's a big promise.
Big plug.
Let's talk about the quarterback competition a little bit because we heard from Iguano today. We heard from Trenton Bourguet today, and offensive coordinator Glenn Thomas. They were all asked, obviously, about what is going to transpire over the course of the next week with ASU on a bye. Emory Jones was at practice today. However, he did not take first team or second team reps. A lot of that, from my perspective, has to do with the fact that they are just slowly working his way back medically. Bourguet did take the first team reps. Paul Tyson took the second team reps.
I have to acknowledge this comment real quick.
Yeah, I was like, I think we saw it.
So Pugs and Hugs said, I didn't realize how white Johnny and Shane were. Do they think Totri is Johnny?
Damn.
Pugs and Hugs probably just doesn't realize what's going on.
Dude,
am I Johnny?
That's what really caught me off.
I'm not Johnny.
guard.
Pugs and Hugs.
See,
You've been in the show before, man.
Full transparency, I was very self-conscious prior to the show starting.
It was actually like the first comment when we sat down.
It's because of it, I mean, look at the contrast. Like, I don't swim. That's not what I. That's not.
You
what
look like you could swim, though.
I mean, look at this.
We talked about your calves the other day, but your calf looks massive from this angle.
But like, just compare. I'm not this white. I promise. Shit, maybe I am.
No, you are, but I'm.
No, not like that. It's just the lights. It's football.
Yeah, football. I mean, you're the one that wanted to read the
I'm
comment.
kind of getting like this is maybe a wild thing.
Damn.
I'm kind of getting like a Miles Teller look too, from the glasses and the stash
I've heard that
and the
before.
hair. Yeah,
I've
heard it before.
never
Humble
thought of
brag.
that, but now that you say it, I can see
not
it.
as sexy.
Right?
There you
I will
go.
say, not as
There you
sexy.
go.
More
Grant.
sexy. You're right. You're right.
Because that guy is so golden tan. That's you. That is.
Hey, I do what I can.
He's got a name, Pugs and Hugs.
I train 20 hours a week. What can I say?
Oh,
Outside,
God.
Paradise 365. It's
You need
just-
an NIL deal with like a what's it called?
Like coconut oil?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sunscreen.
We just-
He went in a whole different direction.
I mean, I wasn't gonna necessarily say coconut oil.
He was like, no,
Coconut oil. That's the way we gotta go. Okay, yeah, quarterback competition.
Yeah,
That's where we
that's
were at for a quick second. But yeah, we did hear from all these guys. Emory Jones did not take first team reps or second team reps. Again, a lot of that has to do medically, still working his way back. He was in concussion protocol after the hit he took on Saturday in that Washington game. Before we play the clips from what they had to say, Shawn, I'll start with you. Has your opinion changed at all in terms of the quarterback competition, or are you still like it's Emory's job to lose?
Since 2 days ago that we talked about
Yes.
it, no, nothing's really changed. I mean, yeah, I feel like unless Emory comes out here and just stinks it up, like he was the starter, he deserves. I still think he should be the starter until either he proves otherwise or Bourguet proves otherwise. But like I said, I think if they're even, then you start Emory.
Okay. What about you, Shane? Still,
Yeah.
it's Emory's job to
Look,
lose?
there are some hype surrounding what happened on Saturday, and reasonably so.
Yeah.
They beat a ranked team with a backup quarterback. Trenton is a very serviceable guy, but Emory has that X factor, and I think that the reason why the offense looked so good was in part because of the juice of having a backup starting to play well, but also because of the system and what the game plan was. Look, Washington's defense is Swiss cheese right now.
Yeah.
And they knew that, and they took advantage of that. Trenton made some great throws. Emory can make some great throws as well. I think the leash is a little bit shorter, but it's not tight.
What do you think, Grant?
Yeah, I mean, I always think like in sports, it's oftentimes kind of an overreaction. Like I think it's important to realize that I'd like to think a lot of athletes performing at this level. I even said it today, like when we're doing race efforts, like anyone can do it once.
Yeah.
It's important to like back up what you're able to do. And I think, Trent's off to a phenomenal start. And obviously, like, I think there's other factors too. I think, social media outlets like Twitter, especially, indicated it. It's going to go beyond just the scoreboard win. Like, there's a lot of people who, Coach Aguano. Okay. Aguano and Trenton, they won a lot more than just the game. They won the locker room.
Yeah.
They won a lot of people over on that one. So it's going to be a hard case, I think, like for Emory, but like you said, the lease, I like that analogy. The lease definitely shouldn't be cut that short, but you obviously want winners on the field. And I don't know either of these guys. I'm just disclaimer, but I would start Trenton next week. I mean, he's shown he can win against a ranked opponent, and you want winners on the field. You want winners in play at all time as a coach, as a university, as a team. So. I think they keep going with that, and if it can't back up, then Emory's still there.
Yeah. Roll with the winner, man. This is what Bourguet had to say in terms of the quarterback competition today.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just taking one day at a time, really looking back at the game and fixing my mistakes. And I'm going to continue to control what I can, whether they name Emory, me, or whoever else the starter. I'm going to continue to prepare like I am the starter. So no matter who's named the starter or the backup or whatever, nothing changes for me. It's just a matter of time of what happens, and we'll see what happens.
God, Coach Speak. I hate Coach Speak so much. Just going to control what I can control. At the end of the day, though, right, this is a kid, and Grant, you brought it up, like, at what point is it like, I won the game? This is something that Emory was able to do that single week against NAU. We know Emory is a talented quarterback. I think everybody here would probably tell you that Emory is by far the more athletic quarterback. But at what point is it like, you just roll with the winner?
It's such a unique situation, though, man. Like, it's such.
But we've seen it happen in sports
coach
before.
Got fired. Your coach got fired. You had 2 weeks, and you finally looked right. The offense didn't look bad when Emory was playing.
No, but it didn't look like it was producing the way.
Because offenses take a while to get started.
He was 7 for 9. Like not like he did anything wrong.
I get this is our job to have conversations about this, but I don't want to have this conversation.
Well, you're stuck here, so you have to have this conversation.
Yeah, that's fair.
Look, this is what Glenn Thomasy, ASU offensive coordinator, had to say in terms of the quarterback competition. And mind you, this is the first time that we've heard from him really about this situation.
Yeah, I think that it's a great situation that you create that competition at every position. it worked out great that it's the bye week. We can obviously get guys healthy and reevaluate next week. So those decisions haven't been made, but we're excited that that has created a competition, that created that expectation of whoever is in there does need to play at a high standard.
Grant, I'm curious your perspective on this, because like as an athlete, as an upperclassman, a guy that knows his talent, that knows the talent of your teammates as well, I feel like there's a point where you're like, I know. When a coach can be like, look, there's competition everywhere. But in reality, the players know, or the athletes know, look, I'm the guy here, right?
Yeah.
Like, do you think that translate from sport to sport? Like, if Emory Jones knows that he's the more talented guy, then he's pretty confident he's going to be rolling that way?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, there's always a common, like, niche term of, like, the X factor that some athletes have. Like, when it comes game time, like, maybe people train really well or they prepare really well, but when it comes, like, down to it, like, do they perform? Like, when the pressure's high or perceived pressure's high, like, when the game's on the line or when the game doesn't matter, it does matter. Like, who's performing when the lights are on?
Yeah.
And I think that's always a testament to look at, like, it's important to identify those people and put those in spots to perform. Like, I know there's a couple guys just on the swim team that instantly come to mind. Like, when it's crunch time, who do I want them? Like, do they train the hardest all the time? Do they get the best results in practice? No. Do they have low days? Yeah. Do other days, other guys do better? Sure. But when it's on the line, I want them with me on a relay. I want them performing. I want them performing for the team. And I think you can see that across the board. Like, there's always going to be the guys that say, oh, like, he doesn't train or he doesn't show up or this or that. But, all right, he's catching a tutty downfield for 80, or he's lobbing one down there for 62 a game. Like, you got to look at the facts when it matters most. And that has aggravated me in the past too. But it's also just across sports. Like, you're here to win the game.
Yeah. And when someone wins a locker room like this, like, how much does momentum kind of carry? It's obviously different from a football game to like a swim race, but like from one meet to the next, how important is it to have that momentum rolling?
Yeah, it's vital. I mean, it gives you purpose. It gives you a sense of belonging in the locker room. Like, you're moving towards an initiative that is successful, that you want to be a part of, that you're purposeful, intentful in accompanying and contributing to. When you're on a losing streak or losing games here that maybe you shouldn't be, or losing to lower opponents per se, it's frustrating. It's hard. Are we on the right track? Are we doing the right things? As a time-based sport athlete, when you're not getting the times that you need to be, or you're going slower than you expected, like, what do I need to be doing wrong? But especially in football, it's even harder to identify because you have so many different players, so many different positions that can affect the game drastically. I mean, even a defensive lineman swats down a pass, catches it, runs it in for a pick six. Like, that's a huge swing of events in a game. So it's such a vast field for football, especially, that it's very important for everyone to be directed in the same goal and the same initiative. And from everything I saw on social media, obviously that's kind of a glass perspective. Can be shattered pretty easily next week if they lose 60-0, or if they win 60-0, can be amplified. But it seems like the culture just needed to win and win in a productive fashion with a collective goal. Obviously Trenton did a great job leading that cause. But I mean, it's top to bottom. Like, it starts with the head coach and goes all the way down to anyone on the field that day.
Yeah. Shawn, the players won't outright say, obviously, who they want to be the quarterback. And that we heard him talk post game about everybody knew that Trenton could do this. Like, it was never a surprise that he would come in and lead the offense the way he did. But in terms of that locker room momentum, do you think that is something that can carry over in a sport like this? And if the coaches were to go in Emory's direction, what does that do to the momentum going forward?
I mean, obviously the momentum's a real thing. If they were to go back to Emory, I don't know. It's tough. I don't know, because I'm not in the locker room, right? But I think if they were to go back to Emory, it would. I don't think it doesn't even help the momentum, right? Like, they came off of last week after Trenton did what he did, and the locker room seemed in large part to have bought in to what Emory was doing or to what Trenton was doing and believing in him. I think if you go back to Emory, it's like, I
know what you're about to say.
Okay,
when you make that
hopefully this goes, like, hopefully this works out. Because if it doesn't work out, then that is what hurts the momentum, I think. Is like, we saw what Trenton did. Why weren't we sticking with that?
Yeah. Cue the fire extinguisher.
What was I about to say, Toastradamus?
No, I mean,
Toastradamus.
I just know when you give the sigh it's time to pull out the fire extinguisher.
No. I think so. What we heard from Ngata specifically, and a lot of other players have said stuff like this. The pace, it felt faster.
Yeah.
It felt better. They didn't outright say better, but you could kind of grab that from what they were saying. I think that if you start Emory and it goes fine and the offense looks the same, nothing changes. I'm not a big believer in momentum carrying over, especially after a bye week. I'm a big believer in, you get a big win and then the next game, like, sure, that can add some stuff, but momentum to me is sometimes the other team is just better than you, and it doesn't really matter. If they go out there and they look slower, then I think you get some, crooked eyes looking at the coach. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But I think if you start Emory and everything's fine, nothing really matters. And I don't think that affects momentum starting the game, especially starting the game. Like no one's going to pout because a quarterback is starting that you don't want to start. Like that you think
they just want to win.
They just want to win. That's what this team has shown. And that's what this team has bought into Iguano, and Iguano makes the call. I think they're fine with it.
You think it forces Emory to play faster?
Yes, I think not faster. I think Emory,
better.
Maybe his ears are up a little more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think 100% at this point. Regardless of Emory or Trenton starting, I think Emory has been put on notice by what Bourguet was able to do.
What type of dogs would they be?
Emory's
a Doberman.
Oh my God, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. He's a Doberman. Trenton is...
I don't want to be mean.
I don't want to be mean either, but he doesn't strike me as like a big, ferocious dog. He strikes me as like a beagle.
That's good.
Big beagle energy.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Is that where you're going?
No, that's not what
Where would you go on this?
I don't know. I don't know Trenton that well.
I don't know Trenton like
it's not like I know. It's not like we're best friends. I just say
like,
beagle energy.
Like that. I mean, I don't know him like a dog.
But you know Emory like that?
Okay. Well, I guess why is he a beagle?
It's just beagle energy.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like he'd do anything.
Grant, what type of dog are you?
I've been referred to as a golden retriever.
Yeah, I see.
That's typical though.
Yeah, just
give yourself another dog.
I'd talk to. I would. Well,
I don't like that dog. Give me another one.
I would prefer to be a Swiss Mountain Dog.
Wow.
Have you ever seen? They are beautiful. They don't shed. And
Huge.
they're just elegant creatures.
Yeah.
What kind of dog is Sean?
Sean's.
We're gonna put you on the spot here.
He's
He's
bad
like, I don't know Sean like that.
Wow. Swiss Mountain Dogs are pretty dope.
I just say, I don't know. He seems to have a good flair. I'd definitely say, check these pants, the kicks. I'd say like Bernie's Mountain Dog because it's got a little bit more of a coat. It's got a little bit more of a coat than a Swiss Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
And he wears it. He's definitely got some more fashion sense than I do. I'll admit that.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
You just made his day.
I'll take
made his day, Grant.
I really had to reach for that one. I'm not gonna lie. I was like it. The cast of dog breeds I know is not that wide.
He's like mountain dog and also another kind of mountain dog.
Well, I always liked the Bernies, and I was like, they shed so much.
Yeah.
And so then I found out about the Swiss Mountain Dog. So, yeah, unnecessary sidebar, but
no. Well, that's this entire show.
Yeah.
It's unnecessary sidebars.
They're necessary sidebars.
Are they?
Not always. Not always.
I think for the purpose of the show, they're necessary.
You know what else is a dog? Alley-oop.
Patrick Mahomes at home.
No. Wow.
Come to me. Underdog.
Damn, that's not where I was going. Burrito Express. Good try though. That was good. That was good.
Literally, it has dog in the name.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to,
Yeah. Well, look at this. Serves a purpose.
What are we looking at?
Right here.
The stickers.
Oh yeah, the stickers. Look at the new stickers we got, guys. They're great. Our friends at Burrito Express have a sweet special going on. Anytime Daniel Ngata scores, you guys can score with $4 burritos the next day. And our friends at Burrito Express are on a quest to hit 3,000 Twitter homies. Okay, we're gonna team up with them on a giveaway to help them out. Make sure you're following them on Twitter at Burrito EXP and ourselves at PHNX _ Sun Devils for a chance to win a Burrito Express shirt, sticker, and a voucher for
Free
burrito. Have you ever had Burrito Express?
me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, frequent breakfast burritos there.
Yeah. Breakfast Supreme.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss.
Give me more, please.
They're the
Does
best.
it help you in the water? Make it go faster.
Helps me after my water sessions. Definitely a sink a little
recovery.
bit. Yeah, a little submarine life after I have the burritos. But that's why we have it after morning practice.
Question I gotta ask you, and this
boy.
is just childhood me trying to figure out like what I was taught as a kid. You can't go swimming for 30 minutes, or is that like a myth?
Do you want like the quick answer, or like the kind of like Grant exercise?
Give me the
science?
Grant exercise.
Yeah, give me the Grant
All right,
exercise.
so like there's basically rest and digest phase that like follows when you're not active.
Oh, I'm fired up.
So
now.
like
Let's
when
go.
you eat something, your body's like, oh, I'm not about to going like back to our ancestors. I'm not about to go do something or fight something.
Yeah.
Like which would essentially now be like sport or running or some type of fear that you're gonna have to get ready for. So like all your energy goes and all your blood goes to your gut. So then it diverts all the energy there to digesting, getting that food, getting your body energy. And then if you flip the switch and just go like, oh, I'm just going to start lifting, I'm going to start running, all the blood pools into your stomach and doesn't go to your muscles. So then you get cramps, you feel like nauseous. So that's typically why. It's not like a steadfast rule, like 30 minutes, but it's not going to be very comfortable if you go and like do something very strenuous. Like if you go toss
I'm
a
learning
football
shit
after
today.
you have
I'm
some
learning
burrito
shit.
express, yeah, like it's not going to be bad. Maybe improve.
But you could do a
stats.
podcast, right? You could eat a burrito. And do
Oh,
a podcast.
hands down. Yeah, it would probably improve the performance of the
Oh,
podcast.
damn. This man knows what he's doing.
Yeah,
Great
but,
businessman. over here.
Educational podcast.
I try to give the people what they need.
I appreciate that.
All right, well, let's talk about something that people don't need, okay? We're about to do our first draft in a long
Oh,
time, okay?
yeah,
we haven't done a
baby.
draft in a minute, but we felt it was a must when you get Grant House.
I was gonna
in the
actually
studio.
request this. If we like when that was like one of the first things, I was like, can we do an over/under or overrated, underrated segment and then a draft?
Yeah, we are going to be drafting for the first
Heck
time
yeah.
in months.
Let's go.
And we're going to be drafting the worst things. Okay, now normally we do 5 rounds with the 3 of us and we go. We're going to do 3 rounds because since there's 4 of us. And Grant, since you are the guest host, we are going to let you decide the draft order. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So you get a pick if you want first, who's going to go third, and all that good stuff. And then we'll get
Dang.
ready from there.
Wait, first to fourth?
Yeah,
Okay.
first through 4th. And it'll be a snake draft. So whoever has the 4th pick will get the next pick going back around.
Okay.
I didn't put too much thought into this.
I have
Yeah.
no.
I would have.
I had my first pick, and then after that, I don't know where I'm going.
I was like I was locked into cereal. I was I'll go. Do I want to go first or not? I don't think anyone will take mine.
And
so
you can set up people for failure here, I feel like, too, by getting to decide the order.
I'll go.
You don't think so?
I have such a niche list that I'm thinking of.
You always have a niche list, though.
Yeah, well, this
I feel
is-
like there's a clear number 1 here.
Whoa, are you getting like confrontational?
No, but I
What?
mean, it's like it's generic, but it's like it's a pretty bad thing.
Sean's gonna say like war.
I mean, that is a pretty bad thing. That's a pretty
I feel like not the type of show where we're gonna talk about.
I mean, you never know.
You said worse things.
You
You,
never
can't
know.
leave war off the
All right,
list.
what's the order, Grant?
Shane, and then
So Shane's 1. Sean, you're 2.
I'll go third,
Okay.
Okay,
and then
And
Anthony.
I'll take 4th. I will absolutely take 4th. Jacob, I know this is last minute. Do we have the draft audio by chance in there?
I don't think so.
And we're not going 5 deep. I feel like we could find 20, but maybe that's
a
too
lot
much
of
for the
things.
people.
That's a lot of things. And I gotta feel. Sean has to make the graphic. So
Yeah, that's also
Fair
true.
enough.
20 things.
Fair
There's a
enough.
lot of things.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I don't know why
We don't need it.
why I focused on cereal before coming here. I had
He's like,
to-
I
Cereal
just really
draft.
want
Have
Yeah.
we done a cereal
but
draft?
I was like, can I,
don't
even
know. Have we done
name?
a
I was like,
cereal
can I even name 12 if we did a top 3? And then I was like, can I name 20? And I was like, I don't.
20 cereals would be very
I also
different. You
wanna
were
do-
getting
I
into some
mean,
shit.
you're
cereals.
getting
wanna
down
do
to like
chips at
grape
some point.
nuts
Yeah.
at the end, like
A what nuts?
grape nuts.
Grape nuts?
It-
That's a cereal or a
That's a
chip?
cereal.
No
What?
way.
Yeah.
Grape nuts. There used to be a Wheaties Fuel cereal back in the day. It went crazy. I don't know if it
Dang.
exists
This isn't
anymore.
a real thing. This is a swimming group. This is
No-
like you
no
have
sh-
oranges, mangoes, and grape nuts.
Yeah.
Grape nuts. All right. Well, we do not have the
I'll
draft
do it.
audio.
I'll make the noise for myself.
Okay.
So you want to tell me?
Shane
Grant,
Dieffenbach?
No, Grant, tell me I'm on the clock. My last name's Dieffenbach.
Dieffenbach, you're on the clock.
No, you gotta.
Set it up. Set it up. Like you're
Like-
Roger Goodell at the
Yeah.
NFL draft.
With the first pick of the worst things ever draft, Dieffenbach.
Wait, what's it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take war. That's for damn
Thank
sure.
you.
He said, "This is what I'm not going to take."
Yeah.
Gerald just laughing.
Give me long lines. Long lines in general.
as the first overall pick.
that's
Okay,
the
long
worst
lines.
thing.
Long lines. Long lines.
That's a good one. I mean, we already know. I'm going war.
I mean, yeah, war.
All right. I feel like it's like
Damn it, Sean,
I'm interested to
I
see
wanted
what
to-
this graphic looks
I
like.
wanted to stay away from that
I mean, that's
because that's like
It is a horrible thing.
it's a terrible
it's a
thing.
horrible
but
I'm
also,
going
like,
for the win.
I don't know
See,
if that'll
that-
get you the
that-
win.
that's
I didn't say a
That's
specific.
what's wrong with
I
you,
didn't say a
Sean.
specific
I'm
war.
gonna put you on my list. You want to win.
Wow. Oh, you're gonna tell me war's not bad?
Okay, here we go. No, you just want to win. All you know.
War's horrible.
Of course I want to win.
You play to win the game.
Yeah,
Play to win the
exactly.
game.
Wow. I'm a competitor.
There he is.
Herm left the football team to come be our guest host.
His
He's
spirit
Grant
lives
House.
on.
All right, you're up, Grant.
I'm gonna go wet socks.
Damn.
Yeah.
Money.
Everyone knows that,
That is-
feeling.
Wet
That
socks is
tremendous.
horrible.
That's a tough
I
one.
had to sit through a concert
When
in
it's-
wet socks like a month ago.
Especially
in
when
the-
it's like
in the rain or what?
It was raining, but then there was like a canopy underneath where everyone was sitting. It was
Wet socks.
Especially when it's snow wet, like you get snow in your
Oh,
shoes or
and
something.
you're
You're
cold,
cold
too?
and wet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pneumonia central.
All right, I'm gonna go. Fourth pick. I'm gonna go traffic.
Yeah,
I think
that's a good
traffic
one.
is
All
a
right,
horrendous
all right,
thing.
all right.
Very impatient show so far.
Yeah,
Traffic lines.
traffic
war.
and then war. I don't know. Is that
What is it good for?
I feel like that's being extra patient. No.
I don't really want to
We
get
should
into
do
it.
4 actually.
Four?
So it goes back to you.
Okay, we could do 4
Yeah.
picks. We could do 4 picks.
Is that okay with you, Sean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I had
go
a list.
next on the list.
Oof.
Stepping in dog shit.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty horrible
I don't think
thing.
anyone likes that.
Right?
not
Like
good.
it just kind of ruins your day. Your shoes smell horrible. Like it's just not great. So, yeah. Back to you, Grant.
I'm gonna go stubbing your toe.
yeah,
That's a
man.
brutal one. That's
Yeah.
like earth stopping, like Richter scale, 11 out of 10.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Richter
honestly.
scale.
Man.
Sean's gonna be like natural disaster.
Yeah, I've definitely had to recalibrate here a little
Second
bit.
round pick.
I've had to recalibrate here a little
Take
bit.
it down a notch.
I am going to go. Damn, natural disasters are pretty bad.
Stop.
Oh my
Dude.
god.
I'm just saying. I'm not picking it.
Some could argue that a war is a natural disaster. The committee would
Yeah.
have to decide on
Fair.
that.
True.
argue.
Are we going like? Is it all war? Is it
York.
nuclear war? Like what are we?
No, I'm being generic with it.
Okay, well,
Because if you get specific, then it gets weird.
the card game. No.
Nah, that's a top thing. I like
Okay.
it.
You know they have war at Talking Stick?
Do they?
Yeah, you can play table.
Damn.
Wow. Okay.
Fucking awesome. Actually, it's really
Um,
not. I lost a lot of
I'm going to go like shitty internet. Get into that.
that's
Yeah,
good.
that's just
horrible.
like
Connection?
lag and
That's
all that
really
stuff.
good.
Yeah.
That's a value pick in the second round
that's
really
right
good.
there.
That's good.
Oh, now I'm struggling. I gotta
I'm
pick
gonna
two
say it though.
things.
Could have picked it later.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have anything. I just
That's
had
all
to say.
good.
I had to
That's
say
a good
something
one.
because I
Though.
was.
That's value pick.
This is tough, guys.
This is tough.
Oh, I can think of one more.
I gotta
I
do
got one.
2 things now.
You need to think of 2 more.
I got one. I don't know.
Okay.
My brain's got to think a little bit for
Oh
the next one.
man,
Oh, I got one.
give me something that's like fresh on my mind and like.
He said something very similar to what I was thinking, but I don't know if they're too similar as well.
Well,
Committee will decide. Yeah.
Something that's very fresh on my mind. Really like your favorite team losing, but like in an awful way.
He's a Mariners fan.
Yeah.
Mm.
What's like?
Didn't they make the playoffs this year?
Yeah, they just got.
Yeah, but they lost
they
it
got
yesterday.
walked off.
yesterday.
Let's not talk about that.
You brought it up.
Well, so how would you phrase that?
Just like a buzzer beater loss.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Or a
not a
choke-
buzzer beater
oh,
there, but
choke
just shout out.
Deflating.
choke jobs. Hold on.
Wait. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Okay. Yeah.
We'll figure out. I
We'll
know-
phrasing later.
Choking. Sports team
3-1 lead
choking.
Yeah.
losses.
Phrasing teams.
Yeah. Shout out ASU basketball.
Man. James Keefe.
Yeah.
Wait, was that your second pick?
Yeah.
So what? You're back on.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Heartbreaking loss. There we go.
Yeah,
Charles.
heartbreaking loss.
Heartbreaking
There
loss.
we go.
Way to make that PG.
Choke jobs.
Oof.
That's on me, man.
Ooh,
Damn.
it's things stuck in your teeth.
Things
Okay.
stuck in your teeth.
It's just
Okay, wait. Is it
annoying.
like
Didn't
things
even
like
think of that.
stuck in your teeth and you notice it, or things that are in your
No,
teeth?
you
and
notice it.
don't?
It's
Oh,
like
okay.
nagging and annoying.
Oh,
You.
okay.
You don't have floss because you're like, on the 7-hour car ride to California. You gotta.
Okay,
No.
that's fair. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
This is tough because I feel like I get upset about things pretty normally, pretty on like a regular basis. But now I can't think of what would upset me.
Yeah. It's an in the
Uh,
moment upsetness.
Yeah, I wish I could have like written these down like
yeah.
ahead of time. That would have been interesting. Then cross them off as we said them.
I'm trying to think of people that I don't like.
Oh wow.
Wow, this is
Oh,
aggressive.
no.
I was thinking Taylor Swift, but I'm not
Wow.
going there.
You're not going to win a lot of like,
No, I
drafts
know.
with
I
that
know.
pick.
That one, she's also not my
You might-
least favorite.
Worst things: Taylor Swift and war.
What a list! What a list!
I just have to acknowledge this. I have to call her out in public. Yesterday, Leah was eating straight up popcorn kernels, like unpopped kernels.
I'll bring
Jaws of
Just
life.
I'll bring
eating them, eating them straight
also,
up.
one of the coolest named things for one of the uncoolest things that like exists.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is that uncool?
It's cool
No,
in
it's
and
a
of
cool
itself.
thing, but I don't want to see it happening because it's
It's
scary.
cool in the sense of what it does.
But a great name.
Oh yeah,
Just
one
says
of the
cool.
best named
Yeah.
things.
That's the next draft. Cool things with bad names.
Yeah. Well, we
did,
actually,
yeah.
we did. One of our first drafts
Yes.
was most aptly named things.
Yeah, like I think Marshmallow was on there
Yeah.
and Pillow. They're a good one.
But we didn't draft it. That was just a segment I brought
Yeah.
up.
What did
Yeah.
you just draft?
I didn't draft anything.
Okay.
He was thinking.
We're
He
just-
was-
oh, we're still
we
waiting on you to
went
think.
on a tangent. I don't know, man.
Chose violence, literally.
This is tough. Um,
Come on, Sean. You hate a lot of things.
oh man. Utah, the state of Utah.
Oh,
Duh.
Wow. Okay.
And we'll get to that a little bit
Utah.
later.
And
More in Utah.
and viewership loss. That is
I can't believe I
So
waited
just like you combine those two, you might get an okay thing.
That's a great
More
thing
in-
for him. Wait, so are those your only two picks so far, or did you? Pick
No, I
something
have
else?
I have Utah, bad internet, and
Bad
war.
internet. Yeah. Okay.
War.
Wow.
I can't believe you actually.
All right,
picked
Grant,
war.
where are you going with this?
I'm gonna go delayed flight.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Value
Incredible.
pick for the
That's a
third
good
round.
pick.
Like, I
That's a
can't
good
believe
Have a
that
bad
fell.
experience.
Actually, yeah, I was. Well, I wouldn't say bad. I mean, there's nothing I can do. Again, going back to the control the controllables.
Yeah.
Stoic, like just stoic philosophy out there. But when I was 2 of my international travels for Team USA, I actually, I've had the fire marshals call on me at an
On you
airport
specifically.
twice. Yes.
What are you doing in the airport? man?
This is a story we need.
So I was going from Cincinnati to San Francisco,
Nasty.
and the flight was delayed getting off
Did
the
you try to
tarmac.
sneak Skyline in your bag?
Oh no, they would be applauding me for
Yeah.
that. That and graders.
You would have had the marshals meet you in San Francisco.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we get to, I forget where the layover was, but it was to get to San Francisco. And we were late. The doors was closed. The doors were closed. The final doors to go through. And I was like, I have to get on this flight to San Francisco, or I'm not traveling with Team USA for I didn't even know. There wasn't another plan. So I'm with this other girl, Ashley Volbenheim, she was a swimmer as well. She went to Stanford, and we were both there. And so she's like super panicked, stressed out, like in hysterics over this as well too. And so I'm at the gate, and I was like, I see the people walking back and forth. The stewardess, the plane's still there. I can see the pilots. So I go out, wave at the pilots, nothing. Wave again. And I'm like, I have to get on this flight. So I just start banging on the gate door. And then
That'll do
some
it.
stewardess just looked at me and was like, no. And I just banged even harder. I was like, you can see me. I'm gonna get on the flight. Just come to the door 10 yards away and open it. And then she did. And then I got on the
opened
flight.
it?
She opened it.
Isn't that federally illegal?
Yeah.
She
that's what I
opened
thought.
it to ridicule me, and I just popped right
yeah,
in.
nothing like
And-
a-
oh yeah. I was like,
yeah,
well, now that you opened
respect.
the door, might as well. So
And you got on.
got on, made the
Wow.
flight by 2 hours in San Francisco, and then the other one was out of Phoenix in 2019 to get to Newark, which that one always has issues apparently.
I mean, you're flying in
I
New Jersey.
deboarded a plane. I think there was a different plane. But deboarded a plane 3 separate times before taking off.
That's crazy.
That's the worst.
8 hours, 8-hour delay.
And you
I
were
was-
just sitting there zen.
I was just
stoic
kind
Grant House.
of, I was just kind of like
Tan as
th-
fuck.
I was like, where's
Sitting there.
I was just like, where's Ashton Kutcher? This has to be an episode of Punk. This is unreal.
Oh my gosh. That
but
goes back to you being the oldest on
Yeah,
the team.
yeah.
I don't know how
Even-
many of your teammates
even
would
understands
know
that
what Punked
reference.
is.
But luckily, I selected to travel the day before we were leaving, so I got to Newark, and I think is it in Jersey?
Yeah.
The Dirty Jers, and I had to just stay in a hotel that night anyway. So I was like,
Does
I'm not-
anybody call it that?
He does?
Yeah. Do you have a nickname for everything? Because you had Cincinnati, Dirty Jers.
It's Arizona.
just AZ. I don't know,
I
just
don't
the things.
So delayed flights. Yeah, that's a
Tempe
solid
Town.
pick.
I got Tempe Town, but that's just kind of alliteration. Everyone loves
Yeah.
You ever
alliteration.
swim in the lake?
Have I ever swam in a lake?
In
Just-
the
lake,
Tempe
the
Town
Tempe
Lake.
Town.
Oh
Lake.
no,
Good.
no! I don't know how they don't contract dysentery
Yeah.
during the triathlon national. Those girls, superheroes.
Superheroes.
Natty champs and surviving Tempe Town Lake, wild.
Yeah, they're insane.
Getting back to the draft.
Oh, yeah.
I am gonna draft.
These are your last two.
These are
I
my
know my
last two
last pick.
picks. Yeah, I'm gonna go
Should've
when
gone
your
first.
credit card gets declined.
Oh,
Um,
Just don't be broke.
Well, no, getting your card declined when you have money.
Yeah, no,
in your
Oh,
account
that is the worst
right.
because then the cashier's like, "Don't be broke," and you're like, "I promise I'm not."
I'm looking at
Like
the funds right now.
at the grocery aisle when like
Yeah, you got
grocery
people
store, you
behind
got people
you.
behind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nothing like accidentally being a dick.
so
You start
hectic.
sweating. You're like,
Yeah,
oh,
you're like, I'm
no.
sorry, I don't want to
Wait,
be in
do
this
I have
situation
the money
either.
for this?
I bought $200 worth of groceries that I can't pay for.
The worst part, because the thing is when it happens, at first I start panicking. I'm like, where'd all my money go?
Yeah.
Like I think like someone hacked my account or
'Cause you got
something.
the bags, right? You, like, you're,
Well, I
you're
just
strapped.
I generally know how much money I have at any given point.
Sean's like you know.
I don't know
nice like
about
that.
I don't know about all that.
He's just got a new apartment. Like, my man's
Last
loaded.
pick.
Well, not anymore. I got an apartment.
Last pick.
Oh, I gotta think.
I'm between a couple things here.
I'm about to open up I know where I'm
Can
going
of
with
worms?
this.
Oh,
You're
no.
gonna get.
Ooh,
You're gonna,
can of worms. That's your last
I'm gonna
pick?
go. No,
That is a
You're gonna-
pretty
you're
bad
gonna
pick.
lose
you
it,
went
Grant.
long lines. Can I go long lines for a specific thing?
No.
No. Damn.
Thank you, Greg.
I was just asking.
He tries to do this.
No, I don't.
He does. He
No, I
do.
don't.
He does.
What, you want
try
me to
and-
be long lines for everything?
No. I was gonna go
He tries
long
to-
lines.
Gary
I'm
Mad-
close to double
Roller
double
coaster
fisting.
long line.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
No. Respectfully, Grant, fuck you.
Respectfully accepted.
I'm gonna go when you have to go to the bathroom, but there's no bathroom around. I don't know how you're gonna put that on a
Nice.
graphic.
Yeah.
But good luck with that.
Okay. Is it? That's Grant now. Yeah, right.
Yeah, Grant's up. Last pick.
I'll say. I was thinking this would be a value pick. I don't know. I can't really think of anything. I'm pretty locked into it, but spam calls.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
that's a
They
great
just
pick.
they just don't help anyone.
That's
or
really
or when
good.
you like answer it, you're like, oh, like I'll get a call from like Ohio or Cincinnati. Or like the caller ID will it'll get me. Like
Yeah,
every
you call
time.
from Cincinnati, I'm answering that.
Yeah.
And then you answer hello. Like
been
quit-
selected for the Marriott
Yeah.
hotels.
Goodbye.
Like, what are you talking about? His list is low key.
It's fire.
Yeah, I went for the win.
Shane, can we do a pick swap? I want to go last
Trading?
because
Wow, on the clock. This is on the
Wow,
clock.
we're trading.
What am I
here?
getting?
Yeah, what is he getting in return?
you're
Other than-
getting war.
You're getting more.
Are you gonna trade him war for the last pick?
I just
What are you
know
gonna give me? Something?
a handshake.
No.
That's a stupid trade.
He'll give you
a
his
7th round pick in
his
Madden.
5th round pick.
Really?
Yeah,
What are you giving
we're in a
him?
Madden league.
Yeah.
7th round pick in Madden.
Wow.
Why-
That's low-key.
Is this just for?
Wow,
it's
this is
because
for real.
my
Theatrics?
pick. Yeah, it's because my pick I'm gonna have to talk about for a while, and then I just don't
Okay.
want it to.
I want to hear this riff.
All right, I'll take your 7th round pick.
Okay.
Wow.
All right,
Give me-
so-
We had a
so
Madden
yeah.
League trade go down right here.
He's giving me
Yeah.
a 7th round pick for a pick swap in the
I
draft.
don't see this every day.
No.
To move back.
yeah.
I don't gain anything from this. It's for the show though.
Okay, go ahead.
Give me
Wow.
tangled cords.
Okay.
Okay. Damn, that's a good
Ooh.
pick.
Wait. Can I all tangled cords, or is there a specific one that came to your mind?
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you.
thinking like
He's being fair here.
headphones are like the worst.
Definitely. Okay, that's
Okay,
where I
yeah,
went
tangled
first. Yeah.
headphones.
I don't
But,
need
like-
that. Doesn't need to be on the label.
But like when like a computer setup here, like if my shit's tangled, I'm like trying to move something. It's like
Oh my
nightmare.
gosh, this is another little thing I started doing on TikTok. Sidebar. It's called. Can I use profanity on
Yeah,
this
yes.
show? 6 year shit. And
6 year shit. What is that?
and it's just like random things I've started hearing as like the 6th year on the team. And one of them was I was like, yeah, my headphones got tangled. I hate when that happens. And they're like, why are you still using wired headphones? And I was like, oh my
that's
gosh.
tough.
I was like, I like wired headphones. And they're like, have you ever used AirPods? I was like, no. And then they just walked away.
They just walked
And
away.
I was like,
What? I just walked
I was
away.
like,
Oh,
there's-
man, it's not worth our
there's-
time.
I was like, dang, all right. See you tomorrow.
my God.
All right.
For the last pick in the worst things draft.
You want to get so Charles put out my list. What war, bad internet in Utah? The context is gonna get real weird now.
Spaghetti
Grant.
Weirder than war in Utah.
Grant, what do you know about koala bears?
Oh my
No,
God.
not this again.
They're
He hates koala bears.
I feel like, I mean, they're lovable. I'm gonna say this. I might get in trouble. Now, this is lovable, but they're kind of useless.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, you don't even know the first of it, Grant.
Buckle up, Grant.
They are the worst animal.
Can we get the Spark Notes version this time?
Yeah. I mean, they're the worst animal on the planet. Plain and simple. The vast majority, like 90+% of all wild koalas have chlamydia. They eat
That's
a poisonous plant and eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is poisonous, so it gives them no energy. So what do when they eat eucalyptus? They sleep for 20 hours a day. They suck. They make the worst sounds ever. They're naturally
What do they
aggressive
sound like?
animals. I'm not gonna do it.
Do
You
it,
gotta
please.
go look up koala
No,
sound.
do it. Try it.
It's literally like Wah! It's literally what it sounds like. It's literally what it sounds like.
Confirmation.
It's a screech. baby koalas, because remember how I said eucalyptus is poisonous?
Yeah.
When babies are born, they can't eat eucalyptus. So how do they get used to eucalyptus? They eat their mom's shit.
Oh, God.
And what else? Yeah, they're just super aggressive animals naturally. This is wild koalas.
Your list is
As
quite literally
opposed
the
to
craziest thing.
domesticated
Yeah,
koalas.
domesticated koalas, they're a
chill.
little, they're a little
They're
more
chill.
docile. They tend not to have chlamydia.
This is how they attract.
Tend
this is how
not
they
to.
attract females.
That's a koala?
That's koala bear.
That's like a lion.
Can you imagine
No
if just a bunch
chance.
of koalas
That's
just
a
started
koala
walking
No
in?
chance.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's
that
a
is
koala
such
bear.
an aggressive
And then there's a
noise.
video
Yeah.
of them screeching and fighting. And
PBS.
it's
Yeah, I didn't
terrible.
know I was getting a Nat Geo lesson today. Like,
Yeah, I
was-
mean, you're
I'm kind
teaching
of
me
like,
about
I'm
exercise
kind of-
science.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
teaching
kind of
you-
impressed.
This is the
like,
most educated podcast in America, potentially.
In America?
Yeah.
There's no.
I don't know
Eat
if I
your
go
heart
that
out,
far.
pods in
There's,
America.
there's no one to refute that. I would like to
Holy
say
shit,
that.
they do make that
I told
noise.
you.
What fucking
pretty
R2D2
spot
up in this
on.
hole?
Right?
What in the world?
I told you. I knew what I was doing.
Koala noises.
They are a
ladies and
filibuster
gentlemen.
topic, Chris.
Go look up koala screams on YouTube. They like
Or koala
cocks back and
fights?
fires. And
Koala
goes,
Oh, you know
fights?
what you need to go look up
Bug
as
fights?
well after the koala is. Wait, what'd you say?
Bug fights.
Bug fights are sick.
I don't know about that one,
Bug
but
fights in slow-mo are sick.
Yeah.
giraffe fights.
Yeah.
Oh, those
With
things
their
are terrifying.
necks. Oh,
Gra-
that thing is crazy.
Biggest animal you can kill with a sword.
Yes.
Biggest animal I could
All-time
kill with a
question.
sword.
Because I've gotten giraffe before. I'm like, have you seen how these things fight? Did you just posture?
I think like I'm just trying to like size
He's like, I need to
myself up.
size yourself
Like,
up.
am I-
What do you think we're gonna bring it in right now?
Am I-
It says tiger. I'm like, so
right, here we go.
Am
Bring
I-
it in.
Like, am I wielding Excalibur or is it just like a switchblade?
Sword of your choice.
Yeah.
Sword
With
of my
your
blade.
current knowledge of swordplay.
my current knowledge.
You know how I drafted going to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I need to go to the bathroom.
That sucks.
Man, not a monkey, not a gorilla. Not
Yeah, I feel like a
not
primate is the wrong way to
Yeah,
go.
primate is definitely the wrong one.
The biggest animal or just like any?
Biggest, mass-wise. Doesn't have to be tall, just mass.
I feel like I'd have no reason to do this.
Yeah.
Disclaimer.
Thank you for prefacing that.
Disclaimer. Animal lives matter. And zebra? I don't.
Zebra.
That's not a bad answer.
Yeah, it's not, but they are fast.
I mean, they're fast, but like, it's like a little bit more. No, I'm not. I'm gonna stop myself there. I'm gonna.
It's probably the wise
Yeah,
thing to
probably.
do.
I was just gonna say zebra. That came to my mind. Why a horse didn't come to my mind first? I don't know.
We've had people
but-
say rhinos.
Well,
Yeah.
Oh
that's wild.
no!
this is,
chance.
I think there's a correct answer to this. Is why I asked. I think the correct answer is a cow.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, you got like cow tipping.
a manatee. I could kill
No,
a
because
manatee.
you're not catching up to a manatee in water.
And, oh
man.
yeah, you
but-
get a sword fight in water. How does that work?
I don't know.
Well, manatees come up on the land. sometimes.
Aquaman.
Tried it.
Yeah, they're swordfish.
Ooh, an elephant seal.
What
on
if
an
my
elephant
what
seal,
if
yeah.
my
A
weapon is
walrus?
alive?
But actually, any animal while they're sleeping, so that disqualifies it. They're fighting.
Look,
walrus.
look. What?
They're
Hell
they're
no.
fighting you.
Hell no.
A walrus when
Most
it's
dangerous,
on land?
most dangerous
Fighting.
animal
You're
in the
their
world.
territory.
Hippo?
No. Fuck no.
That's got to be up there.
Yeah.
I think hippo's
You can
more
even
dangerous.
kill a hippo?
Hippos?
No, I never said that.
Hippos
no.
are one of the only animals in the world that will kill somebody and not eat them.
That's
Yeah, they
crazy.
just
do it for
they just
sport.
bum rush you at like 50
Yeah.
miles per
They
hour.
are. I think they're the most dangerous animal on the planet.
Their
Like,
top speed
kill-wise.
unparalleled.
if you
Clock them in a 40.
If you find yourself online looking up weird shit with animals, you should also just go to Game Time while you're online. Maybe get some tickets to a concert, a
But
show.
you can't get tickets to insect fights because that's illegal.
Not that
Get
I
tickets to
know.
SeaWorld.
I don't
Illegal.
really know if
Tickets to
they. I don't
SeaWorld.
think they have
Tickets
tickets
to
on Game
SeaWorld?
Time for animal
I don't
fights.
know.
Well,
yeah.
They
after
do
this
though
conversation, I
for
might not
ASU
understand.
sporting
Yeah,
events. Look, guys, you guys
SeaWorld?
Yeah.
can
Cancel
save up to
SeaWorld.
60%
Yeah,
on
true.
tickets when you buy tickets last minute. It's great for you procrastinators out there. The best way to
Wow.
support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Got an ASU football game next week against Stanford. Check out the tickets for that. Also, look, Mullet Arena got a hockey game on Friday. You might as well go. Like, it is going to
Gotta.
be
Big time.
an electric
Yes, sir. Big time.
atmosphere. Go get your tickets for that. Before we get out of here,
Dang, it's time already.
it's
wow.
time already.
Time flies.
Sean, you drafted Utah in your Worst Things draft, okay?
I did. Yeah.
Do you want to let the people know maybe why your recent bias or hate for Utah
Yeah.
has kind of elevated?
I mean, for the record, yeah, I have always hated the state of Utah. I've been pretty clear about that
Except
on
for
this
Park
show.
City.
Except for Park City, it's beautiful. But again, Utah is a bad state in spite of its natural beauty. They've somehow managed to ruin everything that's beautiful about it. Do you have any emotional attachment to the state of Utah? Am I
None.
insulting you? Okay, cool.
None.
I would have
Just
kept going with
fun.
it anyways. I
Nobody
just wanted
does.
to know. But then the one thing I have liked about Utah is their football team. I've been pretty consistent that I think they're I thought they were the best team in the conference. And then so Totri and I made a little bet.
Well, we have the
And
Yeah, we do have the clip.
Wow,
Yeah.
we got okay.
Let's see how
let's
this
see.
goes.
Roll the footage.
Let's see the bet that Sean decided he was going to make last week.
What was your question? They're going to dominate? No.
That wasn't really a question. It was just,
You
what
think
do
they're gonna
think's
dominate?
Yeah, 100%. I
Okay,
think they
put
win
it
by.
in the eat your words column.
I think USC beats Washington State by more points than Utah beats UCLA.
Huh.
We can do
feelings,
some fun with
concerns?
this.
I mean that's an interesting one because I can see it going either way. I feel pretty confident that Utah.
Okay, what do you want to put on the line?
I don't know.
Let's put something on the line here.
Live shooey.
Yeah, yes. Live Shooey. Live Shooey with me. I'll do one with you.
Regardless of the
Yeah,
result.
regardless. I will do
I
it.
mean,
I want to do a Shooey. Somebody do a
we
Shooey with
can't
me.
do a live shooey. We're gonna have to pre-record it. We can't do a shooey in here,
Oh, facts.
but we
Damn
can go
it.
outside and record it.
out of a fucking shoe.
Well, that's why it's the
Yeah,
penalty
that's
for
why it's a
losing a
punishment.
bet.
Well,
I'll still do one, guys. I promise.
USC did happen to beat Washington State by more points than Utah beat UCLA.
Yeah, well,
UCLA
Utah
because
lost.
Utah
Yeah.
lost
Cam-
outright.
Cam Rising was
So
a fraud.
Sean is a man of his word. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Sean's shoey.
This was really fun.
This was
Said
a
it
lot of
once,
fun.
I'll say it a million times.
Not my first
Fuck
shooey.
the state of Utah.
How many times do you think you said that sentence?
Oh,
Fuck the
shit.
state of
Oh,
Utah?
shit.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
I can't count it on two hands. I'll say that
Have
much.
you ever done a Shooey?
No.
Are
wanna
you
do a
disgusted
Shooey?
by
Athletic
this?
performance.
There
Well,
we
I
go.
mean,
What drink
I would
is that? I don't
consider-
even know what drink.
That's
that
a golden
Four-piece
lager.
golden
baby.
Four-piece golden lager.
Yeah, that shows you how much. Yeah. Oh wow, tough start.
Yeah, tough start indeed. Not my first shoey.
I don't know how to
Bold
attack
strategy.
Well,
this.
I had to get into it.
And you go from the side.
I was because when I tried to go from the back, it just splashed out the back of it, like on the lip. So I had to go.
Yo.
Relax.
Yo.
I had to go from the side.
Look at the leakage.
I would
too.
say
Sean hitting the shoey from the side.
He flipped off the
I mean, I'm
camera.
no
I flipped
shoey
off
expert.
Utah.
No, you
but
flipped off Utah.
it was not. It was
gotta
not
work
the
on that
greatest. It was not the
execution.
greatest shoey. I've done a shoey before. I can show you the footage off camera.
You got a
Good-
bulking
good save,
season or
good
something,
save.
Grant?
Huh?
You got a bulking season or something? That ever happened in swimming?
It not really for swimming. Like in science talk, there is like hypertrophy phases to training, which is typically like the most foundational, just like adding muscular mass
The
or
opposite
size.
of atrophy.
Yeah, pretty darn close. Yeah, can I fist bump that? Yeah, sorry.
Why?
sorry.
This always happens.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers always be doing fist bumps across me.
Well, it's almost,
but
like
yeah,
you
no,
always,
like-
it's almost like you always sit in the middle.
Well, I mean, yeah, force
Damn you,
or mass
Sean.
times force is acceleration. So
we went exercise
We're
science,
learning
some
stuff.
yeah.
physics.
So if you got the mass and you can apply the
biology,
force, you
animal
got the
biology.
strength, then that's a good combo for running and swimming.
Do we have
there.
any other subjects we can educate the people on?
Yeah,
Well,
we do.
well,
Why don't
hold
you
on.
cut to us? Cut to Shane and
Well,
I real
hold
quick.
on, hold on. The reason why I asked you was because I think you got to do a Shooey with us if you think you can do it better at some point.
I don't know. Maybe after my athletic career.
After
That's not prime for performance.
Call me in
Staying
20
in-
years, Granthouse.
Come on,
Huh?
20
Call me
years.
in 20
You'll
years.
Okay,
still be
got
on the
you. I'll
ASU
still
swim
be
team.
on the ASU swim team.
Now it's time for education.
Now it's time
It's
for
just,
educating
I just keep
people.
hitting the self revive button. over here.
Time to educate y'all on Underdog Fantasy. You guys can search in the App Store or click the link in the show notes. Sign up with promo code PHNX, and Underdog is going to double your first deposit up to $100. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code PHNX. Get in on the
Got something
action
spicy
today.
tonight.
Do you?
Yeah.
Got some spicy baseball Underdog Fantasy?
I had a couple poor losses.
Did you?
Yeah, over the weekend. Let me
Oh,
find what I have
foosball.
right now.
Sean, we've got the Underdog Fantasy show tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
That Shane is also on.
Yes.
that I
Well,
host.
Shane is busy looking stuff up.
Yeah.
There we go. We got
Um,
Max in the back just barking.
I got
Just
Austin
dogs.
Matthews higher than 4.5 shots. Goudreau higher than 2.5 shots. Zach Wheeler over 5 strikeouts, and Ovi higher than 3.5 shots. NHL's
okay.
back, baby.
Yes, it is. Look,
Thanks,
guys, Underdog Fantasy, promo code PHNX. Get in on the action today. Last thing, before we get out of here, Sean, you're moving into a new home in a
I
couple
am.
days.
Wow.
Are
I
you
am.
not?
Congratulations.
Pick up the keys in 48 hours.
Wow.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, that's.
I wish we had some cheers. That'd be great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Where are you getting your furniture at?
I mean,
There we go. The round of applause for Sean and his apartment.
yeah, I like to dedicate this win to my family, but most importantly, more furniture for furnishing my apartment.
Love to see it, guys. If you guys are trying to spruce up your living room or your new apartment like Sean, check out More Furniture's fall sale at morefurniture.com. Plus, you're going to receive a $100 gift card for every $1,000 you spend. It's been a pleasure.
Dang, I
ladies
gotta
and
check that
gentlemen.
out.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
do it,
Yeah,
man.
new apartment this summer.
More
Yeah,
furniture,
I gotta-
hooking it up. They hooked us up with all this stuff, bro.
Yeah, I gotta maybe
like
there's
to
an
share?
They're
NIL
the
deal
place to go.
opportunity in there.
They are the
My people will be
place
talking to your
to
people.
go.
And by my people, I mean me.
There
Via
you go.
direct
You gotta-
message
you gotta
on
get
Instagram.
that TikTok up.
Yeah.
You never know.
Look, if you guys appreciated and enjoyed the content, give us a follow at PHNX_Sun Devils. That is where you guys will be able to vote on who drafted the best, worst things draft. What's the final list looking like? You had
Yeah.
War,
So
Utah.
Shane drafted long lines, heartbreaking losses, things getting stuck in your teeth, and tangled cords. I
That's
drafted
solid.
War, bad internet, Utah, and koala bears.
Wow.
Grant drafted wet socks, stubbing your toe, delayed flights, and spam calls. And then Totri drafted traffic, stepping in dog poop, declined credit cards, and when you need a bathroom and there isn't one.
Yeah. I think Grant has the best, like, he's the most relatable list.
It's
I
the most
appreciate it.
convenient list.
Yeah,
it is a very
everyone
relatable
felt
list.
that when I said stubbing the toe. Like
Yeah.
everyone was like, "Oh man."
Yeah, you felt the pain a little bit. I'm
Yeah.
going to go out on a limb and say that I have the single worst thing on my list in Utah.
I'd say
Worse than War.
nice, Sean. That
Wow.
was good.
Okay.
We call that misdirection in the comedy industry. I
beautiful,
guess.
beautiful.
All about the
look,
delivery.
While you're following the podcast, why don't you give us a follow? You can follow me at Anthony_Totri. You can follow Shane at Shane Deef. Grant, where can the people follow you on Twitter?
House the Mouse on Twitter, mitochondria_house, pretty much everything else, TikTok, Instagram. I don't even know what do you say for Facebook. Just look at my name. But yeah, that's those are the ones I
So
got.
Mitochondria House on TikTok.
Yes, mitochondria_house.
You got some bangers on there. Absolute bangers.
I feel like I do. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's one where you had peeing in the pool every practice, but I didn't have that one.
Yeah.
Locked
That's a
and
I
loaded
think we're
here.
gonna do some duetting later tonight.
Oof. Stitch
Let
incoming.
me know if you guys want to run a collab
Hey
on something.
man,
I don't
100%
know.
down, 100% down. And you could follow Shawn DePaz at Shawn_DePaz.
Anti-war as always.
There we go. We will be back with an audio show
Beautiful cause.
for you guys tomorrow and then a live show on Friday at 3 p.m. Thank you guys again. Enjoy the rest of your hump day. Peace.